is worse in the United States than anywhere else. That's one of the reasons why our response to Corona was worse than everywhere else.
You've talked before about how capitalism grew up on the outskirts of feudalism and eventually became the dominant economic system. Now we see transactions during this crisis that seem to be kind of outside of capitalism. For example, mutual aid organizations are getting a lot done. They're basically just volunteers delivering groceries and necessities to those who desperately need them in our neighborhoods and communities without profit motive being involved. What does it mean that so many people are falling through the gaps of our system? And do you see a little hope there that there is kind of bubbling up a way of behaving that is outside of the market economy?
Absolutely. I mean, I think people, even again, if they can't quite say it yet because the words stick in your throat in America, I think people are understanding. Just as you began this conversation, we have the capacity to produce ventilators and masks and gloves and all of it. We know how to do that. We have the people with the skills, we have the tools, the equipment, the raw materials, and Lord knows we have the need to preserve our health. But we live in a system that can't bring these obvious components of a successful economy together, just like we can have clean air, just like we can have everybody with enough food. We know we have those things, but we're being given a dramatic sign of the failure of a system to get it done. I even noticed locally, as you put it, even where I am here, locally, people are realizing you can't rely on the supermarket and the wholesaler and the food processor. You might be a lot better off cultivating the farmers in the immediate environment, at least for as much of your diet as they can provide, knowing them, having a relationship with them, having regional and local markets. People are, in fact, I think, as you say, discovering they don't depend on capitalism as much as the capitalists wanted us to believe, and they have alternatives to capitalism that likewise the capitalists didn't want us to explore. And I think one of the outcomes, one of the good things coming out of all the suffering and fear that we live with is a recognition. And that's why it's so ironic that capitalism, desperate about its own future, has taken steps over the last 2 months that make its future even more negative than when they went into this pandemic.
Professor Wolff, thank you so much. As much as we can squeeze in here, stay safe, and I hope to see you soon.
Okay, Lee. Pleasure talking with you as always.
We have to go to a quick break, but stay right there. I mean, where are you going to go? And we'll be right back with more show.